Good morning, everyone. It is another glorious Super Saturday, and it's the 1st of July. It's a holiday weekend, and our bridge line is filled. Our webinar room is filled because pretty much everybody's excited about our guest today. And I'm going to do an introduction, but I'm going to let Janelle share with you her story. And you know how you meet people? And I really believe people don't meet by accident, but Janelle truly is one of my favorite people. We've traveled together. I've learned so much from Janelle. Janelle lives in a place where it gets really cold in the winter in Flushing, Michigan, has a great husband and a gorgeous daughter. And Janelle's background is interesting. She's always worked a traditional job, and she was a claims officer for an insurance company for 16 years. And a friend who she valued told her about Xango. And she was one of those virgins. I mean, she didn't even know about the business model or the profession of network marketing. And was she skeptical? You bet she was. And she thought, what if? And I'm going to let her tell the rest of that story. But within 14 months working Xango part-time, she was able to quit her job and create freedom. And in 5 years, she was a member of the $1 Million Club. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Janelle. And I want you to tell that story about the what if, because everyone listening to this has people they care about that might be thinking, what if? So over to you, Janelle.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandy, and that's an awesome introduction. You and Ed are the best, and I appreciate you. The big what if, as you mentioned, a friend introduced me to network marketing, and I didn't really understand it. I didn't get it. He took me to this little meeting in the very beginning days, and we listened to a speakerphone, and it was like, we left that event, and he was super excited. He's like, well, what do you think? And I thought, what was that? I said, I didn't get it. I truly didn't get it, but I saw excitement and urgency, and I saw people were getting it. So just because I didn't get it doesn't mean it wasn't worth looking into. But he said, we could do this thing, and I said, I can't do this. I'm not an extrovert. I can't talk to a bunch of people about something like that. I can't sell anything. And I told him no about 3 times on the way home. But he's persistent. And I went home, and of course, now my wheels are spinning, and I had time to think. And I went and Googled this company called Xango. I didn't even know what it started with. I typed in Zango, Xango, just how it sounds, because there was no literature there, not a bottle of juice, nothing visual for me. And I'm a visual person. So I found out Xango made an amazing product. I've never been one to supplement. In fact, my family, we've never supplemented before. And I know we weren't getting any younger, so I thought, now I'm thinking what if somebody just introduced me to something that could truly change my life, and I'm saying no because I don't know enough about it or I'm too scared. So the big what if really grabbed me. And so that whole night I probably did not sleep. I just kept thinking, they were obviously introducing me not to the product so much, but to the opportunity. And yeah, I worked a traditional job where, if you walk on water, you get a 3% raise at the end of the year. And I just thought, what if I really could make some extra money on the side in addition to what I was doing? God, that would be great. So after checking into the product a little bit more, I thought, okay, it sounds like it'd be something beneficial for my family. So I'll order 2 boxes because they told me that maximizes the compensation plan. I mean, if we're going to do it right. So we ordered 2 boxes, and our family of 3 split that. So we had, couple ounces a day, each of us, and it was delicious, and we enjoyed it. And, now they're telling me we need to have meetings. I was like, oh, my gosh. Invite some people over to the house. Our first meeting was in February, and it was a major, major snowstorm. I mean, we invited everyone we knew because we thought, we had 2 people venture out in the snow. It was really bad. But 2 people signed up that night, and that was pretty exciting. It was our first time ever doing this. So, and my upline says, okay, we need to have another one next week. So it turned out that every week we just had a gathering at my house, invited people, and new people who came and enrolled, they signed up new people. So it was working. It was growing. And it's because we really were talking about the product, but we also talked about the possibility that if you share this product with enough people, you can make some money. So it appealed to both people, both types, people who wanted better health or people who were looking to make some extra money. So we just continued doing this, and it just started growing, and it was fun. And especially when the checks started coming in and you kept seeing how they increased every week, it's like it was really fun. And then actually, as we were introducing it to people, what I really loved was the feedback I was getting from people on the product, because in the beginning, truly, I had no idea if this was going to truly help people, anything that they could feel or see. I didn't know. And so once I started getting the feedback from people, and there were some pretty incredible stories, my belief in the product won me over. I still didn't know about the network marketing. Truly, it took me probably a good 5-6 years before I was comfortable with that. But that's okay. I became very comfortable with the product. So, and I was happy to help people. And now I had the belief that if I share this with more people, I can help them. And by helping them, your check goes up. That's just the win-win situation it is. So I was excited. I finally told my friend yes. I gave myself an out. Okay, I'll try it for a year. If it doesn't work, I can always quit, right? And I wasn't locked into anything, so it's like I gave myself that out. But I never needed it. So a year goes by, and at this point, the business is building, and it's exciting, and we created so many friends along the way. And I just went for my routine checkup one day because that's what you're supposed to do. And that's the day my world turned upside down, because they found a life-threatening illness, something I never expected to see or to have. I really thought I was very, very healthy. But this could have put a stop to everything for me, because I had something major to deal with, and I was going to have to go through treatments, which would be major. But I chose to not, I'm not the type to do support groups and things like that. I chose myself to throw myself into something positive and to distract myself, and that was Xango. I totally threw myself into my Xango by sharing the product, sharing the opportunity, because now at this point from my job, I was going to be off for 6 months. So I thought, well, shoot, I can't sit around with 8 hours a day. What am I going to do? I got to fill it with something. I don't want to just sit here and dwell on what's going on. So I did. I threw myself in my business, and oh my gosh, you talk about getting exciting. And we got paid once a month. Every single month, my check at that time was going up $1,000 a month. I would have never gotten a raise like that ever in a corporate job. And so that totally blew me away, and that started really opening my eyes to the idea of networking and truly getting it. So I went through all my treatments. My rank started soaring. My checks were soaring. I was excited. And by the time it was ready for me to go back to work, I looked at my Xango check, and I looked at my insurance check. Now, granted, I had been at that job for 16 years, and I've worked my way up pay-wise, and my Xango check was 3 times what I made at my insurance job. And to me, it was a no-brainer. And my boss, wasn't very fond of me networking, and he had even told me, if I hear the word Xango come out of your mouth one more time, you will be fired. And it's like, ooh. So I couldn't talk to anyone at work about it, so that was hard. So when that time came to go back to work, I took my Xango check in, and I went and talked to my boss. You talk about being nervous. And I told him, I showed him my check, and I said, I'm going to have to let you go. You're holding me back. And that was the most liberating thing I think I've ever done. So I was able to quit my job. Now I also just got rid of a lot of stress, which was huge for your health. So I got rid of the stress, got rid of the job, and now I was working at home full-time on my Xango business. And I was able to help a lot of people along the way. So when I look back at the days when I was first introduced to the concept of network marketing, and I kept saying, oh, gosh, what if? Now I look back and I think, what if I had said no? Well, first of all, this juice helped me tremendously through my health issues, tremendously. So much that I'm in good health now. I drink it every single day now for prevention. I don't ever want that thing to reoccur again. So it helped me through the toughest time in my life. And what if I had said no? I mean, I really believe everything happens for a reason. I was introduced to the opportunity, but looking back on it, I think somebody really wanted me to have this product for my health challenge that was coming up. I just didn't know it. So thank you to my friend Art, who said, he was persistent, and because of that persistency, this juice was here for me when I really needed it. So the juice will always be my baby. I love it. It has done so much for me, and for my health, for wellness, and financially. So I'm still working from home all these years later, 14 plus years later, and I'm thrilled with it. And now this amazing company has merged with Zija, which I'm actually very excited about, because as good as the juice is, I've always told people, you still need to take your vitamins and minerals. That's not what Xango juice is. Xango juice helps the body with the healing process, but you still need the nutrition. And I'm loving that now with this marriage, we now have the moringa. So I feel I've now got the complete piece to the puzzle, because I know my nutrition's lacking. Heck, nobody can eat properly the way you're supposed to. It's almost impossible nowadays. So I've now got the moringa to help me with the vitamins, the minerals, the omegas, the aminos. Oh my gosh, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, which yes, I get some of those from my Xango juice too, but hey, I don't think I can have too many. So I was very, very excited that now we have the whole enchilada, and it really is a good mix. So because I believe in the product so much, I got in customer mode, but customers are very valuable. If you find somebody who has some type of a health issue, and I dare you to find someone who doesn't almost nowadays, I feel it's our duty to help them with their solution, help them come up with something that could help them with their health. And now we've got two things to offer. We've got the Xango juice, we have the moringa, and of course, if people want to lose weight, I'm really excited about the Zija's weight loss program. It's working. It's exciting. So customers have a great value, because if you can find someone and help them with their health, they're more apt to stay on their product, because if it's truly helping, wouldn't they rather stay on that than get on pharmaceutical drugs? Sometimes when I'm signing up a distributor, everyone wants something quick. They want it fast. They want it now. And if it doesn't happen fast enough, they can get discouraged. But if you get them on a product that's making a difference in their life, your retention would be better. So I truly, over the years, have transitioned over into customer mode, which to me, it's okay. I'm always looking for a distributor. But in the meantime, I think it's easier to find customers and you're going to get paid on them nicely. So there's a true value in having a customer. And a lot of people getting in for the business, even if you let them know, don't be afraid to talk to customers as well. And especially if I'm talking with a distributor, they're coming on because they want to make some extra money. And I mean, yeah, I've been in the $1 Million Club, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight for them. It didn't happen overnight for me. But I like to be real about it. What if you could make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month? Would that help your financial situation? And I think for most people, absolutely. And that's more obtainable sounding to people. So focus on that. I mean, truly take baby steps. Let's focus on getting you at that $500 a month range. And then it will start growing from there, because if they bring on distributors who would like the same thing, it's going to snowball. So I try to keep things simple for people, focus on achieving what's a little bit more obtainable. And if you continue to do that and you keep training that down the line, yes, then you will keep rising in ranks. Your checks will get bigger, and you too could be in the $1 Million Club. But what if you made a $500,000 club? I mean, they don't have that, but that would be pretty nice too. So, don't ever get discouraged because you're not making the top goal where you think you want to be. Take smaller steps. It truly can make a difference. So because I love the customers, the product so well, I really feel now that I've got more to offer because Zija has some really awesome natural products. So we have more at our disposal. We have more countries open to us, and they've got a lot more to offer now. So yes, it's been a change, but it's a good change. Let me see. I'm just looking at the slide you're on, Sandy. I guess we've kind of just rolled Janelle, through that.
Yeah. What I'd love you to share is, because you do so well with sharing with people about wellness, maybe you can share with the audience how you also explain how important it is to get on the automatic delivery program, or what they're calling the Zija Rewards program, because I think that's where a lot of people fail in understanding wellness and what it takes. So share a little bit about what you do and say so people walk away with some nuggets. Yeah, and that to me is really the key for two reasons. For one, I'd like to get paid next month on that same order. And for another thing, if I want someone to get results, I know it's not going to happen overnight. So what I tell my group, and what I tell people, let's say I'm talking with a customer and I'm talking about the juice. I'm going to talk to them about, first I'm going to listen. What are their health issues? And whatever health issues they describe, I'll say, well, gosh, how long have you had that? And they'll tell me how many years they've had it. And I might even joke and say, well, that didn't happen overnight, did it? It's like, no, I've had it for a long time. I said, it took a while for your body to even get that way. I want to lay the preface first so that they will know that what they got didn't happen overnight, so not to expect results overnight. So when it comes time to place their order for the juice, I just tell them it comes automatically each month. I never, ever ask, do you want to be on auto delivery? People will freak out and say, no, I'll just order it when I need it. Well, just order it then when you want to be healthy. So what I do is I just tell them, after chatting with them, listening to them, helping find a solution, which for me most of the time is going to be the juice, I'll just say, well, okay, your first order will probably come next week. It will come automatically each month. And in the same sentence, before they freak out, I will say, but it can be canceled at any time. And as we spoke earlier, you've got to give your body time to heal. I'll say anyone in the medical profession who deals with natural products, they're going to say you need to give your body several months to heal. So don't quit on your body too soon. So, and now with Zija's customer program, a good way to get them also on auto delivery is that they can get it wholesale.
if they are not getting it wholesale, they'd either have to pay retail or they pay $20 to basically go into your downline. So because of this new customer program they have, I think everybody should be getting people on the auto delivery, because that way they can buy it wholesale and no additional charges. But so when I am talking with someone, and that's what I've been doing for the past 14 years, is I just tell them, your order will, it will arrive in about a week. It will come automatically each month, because you've got to give your body time to heal. Yes, you can cancel it at any time, but just don't quit on your body too soon. The longer you take it, the more positive results you notice in different areas of your life. And I would say about 95% of the time, people will be okay with that, because I do talk about the importance of giving their bodies time. If they flat out refuse, because maybe they've had a bad experience with auto delivery from another company, I'll just say, well, okay, I can override that. But now you're going to have to either pay retail or pay $20 so that you can buy it here and there whenever you feel the need to manually place an order to get it wholesale. So basically let them know this is how it's done, instead of asking someone, do you want to have auto delivery or not? Because people are just going to take the easy way out.
I love that nugget. Oh, my goodness. That's priceless, Janelle. And, it's also interesting that many new people on the call may not know that in Xango, which would have been 15 years old in November, out of 101 members of the million or multi-million-dollar club, the numbers are staggering, that 30% of those achievers started out as customers. Like you, they were virgins in the profession. They didn't know about network marketing. I don't know how to sell. I don't like selling. The typical response sometimes you get, but they did want better health. So I think it's important to value your customers, because you never know what they're going to do or who they're going to refer you to. Right, Janelle?
Exactly.
So, it's interesting that Janelle went from, I don't want to demean it, but you were an insurance clerk.
Yeah.
It was a decent job, but probably, would you agree, Janelle, that on your insurance clerk's income, you probably wouldn't have traveled the world? Thailand, Hawaii. The list goes on, and the best part is Xango paid for those trips. It was all part of rewards for performance. And Zija has the same thing. So, and I remember so often at these rewards trips, we all stayed longer and extra because, right? They were paying for flights anyway.
Absolutely.
So we all figured out, okay, where are we going to stay this time after the rewards trip? Just wonderful memories. Absolutely wonderful memories. And here's a picture of Janelle holding her check. And this isn't fake. There are companies that hold these kinds of checks up that indicate what they coulda, woulda, shoulda earned. This is actually income that Janelle earned with her passion for customers, with her passion for educating people. And I think that's a lot of what you do, Janelle, is you educate people on realistic expectations, because we know it takes 8 to 10 years before disease is even diagnosed. And you had a biggie. You had one that could have killed you. And I know we can't make claims, and if the FTC or FDA is listening, we're not making claims, but we know the real story. And so do we value our customers? And you're right, Janelle, it's a whole lot easier to ask questions. And here's a question I ask every single time without fail. would you agree? I love that. Would you agree? Nothing is more important than living longer, healthier. Would you agree nothing is more important than living longer, healthier? And you know what I'm surprised, Janelle? I've been recently saying that to younger people. I mean, I had a refrigerator repairman here the other day who was 24 years old. And I said, you know, do you drink energy drinks? Because most of these guys do. Oh, no, I wouldn't drink that stuff. That stuff can kill you. So I said, so do you agree? Would you agree that nothing's more important than, oh, my goodness, yes. I mean, a 24-year-old, I can understand, you know, people my age, you know, or people that are, you know, over 50. But this was what, you know, I would call a millennial, somebody who was very, very young. So what I want to close with is a couple quotes from people everybody knows, like Steve Jobs. And his quote is, a lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them. So think about what Janelle is doing. She's asking questions. If anybody asks me, what's the secret to success? Janelle, would you agree it's asking questions?
And listening. Yep.
Yep. And don't jump in with your solution too quickly. You know, no fire hose, no vomiting. Oh, my God, do I have the solution? Keep asking questions like Columbo. Well, tell me why you said that, and how do you think it would be not to have pain every single day? So, you know, it's our responsibility to educate people not only how to live longer, healthier, but what it takes. And it doesn't take a dose of anything. I mean, even drugs that can kill you, it's the third largest killer, but even drugs, the doctors will tell you, take this prescription, come back in 3 months, and we'll reevaluate. If you're not dead by then, we'll have another treatment plan. So it's really important to ask the questions so that you can show them the solution to their problem. And as Anthony Robbins says, problems really are gifts as much as we hate them because they're sometimes overwhelming. I mean, look at the problem you had. But without problems, we don't go in another direction. We don't have another solution. And nothing is worse than having a health challenge. Nothing. And if you just ask anybody who is not well, and they would give up everything to be well. So let's value our customers and really learn the Zija Rewards program and how many points they get for being on auto ship. And for those of you who are listening, it's because you're very serious about additional income. And I just found out, Janelle, I don't know if anybody else knew this, but if you're building the business and you skip an ADP 1 month, all the money, all the volume that you banked in your power leg or on your strong leg, you lose it. It's gone.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Did you know that?
You know, no, but if you really believe in the products, you wouldn't want to go a month without them anyways, right?
Exactly. So if you're building your Zija business, treat it like a business, know the rules, know how many points you accumulate for free product. And it's my understanding those points have to be redeemed monthly. They don't accumulate forever. So double check with your partners that are 100Ks, 200Ks, 500Ks, or with support at Zija, or just go into your back office. You know how to log into your back office, hopefully, myzija.com with your ID number and your password, and go to the library, and all of the documents are there. And what I do, Janelle, because I am so busy, I print them out, and then I put them on my nightstand. And at night before I go to bed, every night I try to read something or reread it because I couldn't remember what I read the day before. So really understand the value in our compensation plan because it's different for those of us who have transferred from the Xango comp plan into the Zija comp plan. But like Janelle said, not only are there more products, I mean, they just launched 10 products at the Vegas and Orlando regional. They're going to be launching more products in Utah, but there's more countries. We're in 56 countries, and there's more money. More money for those who go to work. This is a business. So it's like, I compare it, Janelle, to our medical and surgical supply business or our 5 pharmacies. Okay. If we didn't have inventory or didn't have customers or clients, would we have a business? No.
Nope.
And if, God forbid, I had a client that died, so we had to pick up all the equipment, have it sterilized. I had to call on the hospitals and discharge planners and social workers and doctors and find new customers. I didn't sit down and cry and say, oh, my, this doesn't work. I'm done my business. You don't do that when you have an overhead of 36 employees and $1 million in receivables. You do whatever it takes. In Zija, you do whatever it takes, but without the burden and without the risk. So is it easy to build a business? Nothing's easy, but it's simple. And as Janelle shared with you, if you just value your customers, ask the right questions, would you agree nothing is more important than living longer, healthier? Then I say it's the peak and pass. It's what Chris Estes teaches, peak and pass. Would it be okay to send you some information? I'm doing this with people in other companies. I know what you're doing, you love. You're in love with your product. But would you agree nothing is more important than living longer, healthier? And would it be okay if I sent you some information about some products I'm really, really excited about? And I love the fact when you ask Mrs. Google or Siri what's the most nutrient-dense botanical or plant on the earth, what comes out?
Moringa, can you believe it?
Tree of life. I mean, you don't need to say any more. It's like, okay, what do you want to order? I mean, that's it. So it doesn't get any easier, right? So what would be your closing thoughts on valuing customers for everybody, Janelle?
Well, if you're nervous about talking to people about it, everyone gets nervous, approaching people. Think about them instead of yourself. Think about what you have. It might truly help them with their health. So do it for them and take the eyes off of you.
Did everybody get that? It's always about being of service to others. And I know, that this is a new cycle of a new period, and some of us are a little concerned about meeting certain qualifications. But if that's your mindset, you're creating resistance. Instead, you have the mindset, who can I have a conversation this holiday weekend with people who want better health? Don't worry about your points. Don't worry about balancing right leg and left leg. Just be concerned about being of service to others and making a difference. And when you have that mindset, abundance and prosperity flows to you. So again, Janelle, thank you for taking time on this holiday weekend for sharing your story with us. And we love you. And if I don't see you sooner, we'll definitely see you in Utah, because you, like us, know events are not negotiable. So everybody get to, if you haven't already taken advantage of the pre-pricing before it goes up, I think it went up yesterday or today, not sure, at ZijaEvents.com. And everybody have a safe holiday weekend. And make it a goal. Make it a goal, an intention that you're going to have a minimum of 3 to 5 new conversations about wellness every single day over this holiday weekend, so you can mix business with pleasure. And thanks, everybody, for joining us. God bless. Bye now. Bye, Janelle. Thanks again.
Thank you, Sandy.